So, welcome back. We've got a new video here and I hope you're going to enjoy it. So let's get started, shall we? Here we are. Focus in. Let's have a look, shall we?
So we'll put these in the back first. So the spheres are in the back. Let's just see what we've got here. Let's put these back in here. So let's put it back in there. Where's the other cylinder?
Now this is really important. I know it seems very petty here, but whenever you refract you should always make sure all the lens is in the right place and put them all, get all the cylinders lined up, everything all in its place. Then you know exactly where you are. You're going to get much better at it. So let's carry on, shall we?
So that's what normally before you start eye testing, try and make sure that they're all in the right place. Plus 025, so that's that one. Plus 050, which is that one. Let's get rid of that. Okay, now that's fine. Okay. Right, so let's have a look.
So I'm just going to cover your left eye. What is the smallest line that you can see there?
So it's the bottom line.
Bottom line, you just read it out.
That's KHOSD.
Yep. And what about now?
It's the same again, yeah, the bottom line.
Okay. I'm just going to put a lens in the front of your eye. It should make your vision look quite blurry. And what is the smallest line that you can see now?
I think it's the fifth one down, so DNVOR.
Okay.
She's quite nervous. Okay, because it hasn't gone back as much as she would like.
It's not enough.
And what about now?
Just the second one down. Was it DNKZS?
Okay.
So what's occurring now then? You're just blurring it up. You're using, this is like a +1 type thing, isn't it? Yeah. So you want to get it to
612.
612. That's what you're thinking, yeah. So that's because that's 4 lines different from this one, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
And what about now?
So the fourth line down, ODKVR.
Okay.
It's quite blurry.
Is it quite clear?
Is it supposed to be blurry but I can read it, or?
So are we doing the monocular technique or are we doing the
Monocular.
binocular technique? Are we doing the monocular technique or
Yeah.
the binocular technique?
Monocular.
Okay, good. That's fine. So you've done. So we will do this eye, then we'll do that eye,
Yeah.
and then we'll balance that out later. Yeah. Okay. So we don't need to do. We can do the blurring up of that one later. Okay. So we can do. Just carry on this side. Yeah.
Okay.
So no problem. You were going to change that one.
Yeah.
Okay,
So just okay. Just
I think
do
just
it
carry
at a
on with
time.
this one if you're going to do this one. So you've done this, you've blurred it up now. Okay. So you've used +125 to decide. So in fact, what you're saying is that, are you saying that this the sphere should be plus 0.5. Is that what you're saying? Because it's 0.25 at the moment, and 125
so
makes,
plus 0.5.
so what you're saying is that you feel that the sphere should be, that one should be plus 0.50, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's change it then. That's fine.
This is quite an unusual way to start, isn't it, really? Yeah, I'm not sure about this as a way. Let's see how it goes, shall we? But it is an unusual way to start, just to do... let's see, shall we?
So, yeah, that's right. So this needs to come out, obviously.
Close your eyes for me.
Yeah, just give us that again. I'm just going to show you something. Showing the beginning of the one. So, open your eyes now if you could. Usually it's probably not that closing the eyes business, I'm not sure about that. But
Okay.
somebody's invented that, I'm not quite sure
Yeah.
how good that is. But what you normally do with these plus lenses when they're long-sighted like this, you normally put one lens in like this, put one in like that, then you take the back one out, you put it in like that, then you take that one out, put it in like that,
Oh, okay.
and then you do it like that. Okay, and that then is always a bit blurred. Okay, so if I put it back in, there we go. So if you do that now, no, you've got to change it. I've changed it back. I did it on purpose.
Oh,
So you
right.
can practice it. That's it. There you go. So that's it. And put that in front. So that's blurring it a bit more, and then take that one out, and that one, that's it. That, put that on the back, that's it, and then you take that one out, and then you put that back in. So it's maintained. Oh, there we go, so that's blurring a bit like that.
Okay.
Alright, so when we change the plus lenses with people like this, because they can accommodate, because you're 41, did you say?
Correct.
Correct, yeah. So we have to be a bit cautious about that, don't we? Yeah. So here we go now. That's good.
So obviously you can, with these things, you often get better and better at it, doing the shuffling of the plus lenses. But sometimes when I'm doing it, I actually just change them really quickly, and that is just as good as long as you change them really, really quickly.
So just looking at the S over here, is it
It was near there. Like that.
clearer with lens 1?
It is.
Is it clearer?
It's a little bit clearer.
Worse or about the same?
Can you take it away and put it back in front? So the S, yeah, on the front.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a bit clearer.
A bit clearer?
Yeah.
So you've never had your eyes this before. So you just pulled the lens out now, you see. So you're not supposed to do that.
Oh, because it's
Yeah, you're
plus,
supposed to. Yeah,
yes.
that's right, because it's a plus lens. But interestingly, we you know that plus one thing that we did earlier on.
Yeah.
We sort of didn't really even need to do that in some ways because you're doing it with this now, aren't you?
Yeah.
So carry on. That's fine.
Okay, and the same thing. Is that clearer with?
It's about the same.
About the same?
About the same, yeah.
Yeah, put the plus in. Put the plus side in. Yeah, that's it.
Clearer with? Without?
Without.
Okay, so that that plus one thing at the beginning. When we're at this phase, at the beginning phase, before we've done cross cylinder,
Yeah.
we're not that bothered about if we've got enough plus. So if we've got it a bit, a bit over minus,
Yeah.
we're not bothered about it too much because the next phase we do the cylinders.
Yeah.
And once we've done the cylinders at the end, we need to try and get the maximum plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that plus one test that we did at the beginning, that was really wasn't useful. Was
So
it?
you do that again?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah. And what is the smallest line that you can read now?
At the same, still at the bottom.
same.
Yeah.
So that's right. So now we're going to do the cross cylinder. Yeah. So I'm going to change the. But because he's got quite good vision, hasn't he? We don't expect too much, do we?
No.
That's right. So
Little hints there I'm giving her.
Remember that bit?
Okay. So just looking at that circle, is it clearer with lens 1 or lens 2?
2 slightly.
2
too slightly, so he likes that one. So what we've got to do is, that's it, so we've got to do, that's it, that's that one.
Yep. And again, is it clearer with lens 1 or lens 2?
I think 1.
That's 1.
But it's not as clear as without, is that right?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. So he likes that one, and he likes this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got to put a tentative lens in about here, isn't it? Yeah. That's it. So yeah, that's correct. So let's put it in at 110. And so he's got very good vision. So in this case, because he's got he's got very good vision, we probably would do power first.
Okay.
Rather than axis, because you might spend ages trying to find the axis, and there's no cylinder.
Okay.
Yeah, so let me show you how when you can practice in your own time. But when you're doing this cross cylinder, I'll show you how the way to do it is. So you better first one, better second, better first, better second. So you can see it's very quick like that. You have to practice it. Okay?
Yeah.
So it's very hard to do when you learn. Okay? So but he's seeing that side and that side. And when I'm calling the names better first.
Well, after you.
After I've turned. Yeah. So better first one. Better second one. Yeah. And he said second one. So that goes out.
Yeah.
So
there's no cylinder.
that's no cylinder. So, but it's hard when you're learning to get, because you're going like this and like this and all that sort of stuff, as you can see. But actually, that's how it's supposed to be.
Okay.
Yeah? But I'm squeezing it quite hard here.
Okay.
I'm squeezing it quite hard.
Oh, because I was holding at the end as well.
Yeah, I'm sort of squeezing it quite hard to get that sort of twist.
Yeah.
And that is actually quite tricky, that is, to actually after a time you do get good at it.
Okay.
It's just the thing. So we take that one out, we finish that one, there you go, that one. So now we do the other eye now, we've sort of done, I mean we could spend ages on this trying to find out what the sphere was, couldn't we? We could do the +1 test, we could do the duochrome, we could spend absolutely ages. However, that sphere is determined binocularly, isn't it? When we go to the binocular phase.
Oh yeah.
So there's no point spending ages at this phase. We've done that now. We've done the cylinder. Okay. And maybe the spheres that it might be a bit more than that. We've done that already. We go on and do this eye, make sure that the body isn't sitting on this side. We do this eye, and then when we go to the binocular phase, then we can get the sphere measurement.
Okay.
But at this phase, we could do +1, we could do all these things, and really it'd be wasting time. Because we just want to we've done that bit and go on to this bit, and then later on we have to find the sphere later. Right?
Okay, and what's the smallest line that you can see there?
The bottom one, so ZODKN.
And just looking at the Z over here, is that clearer with this lens, without, or about the same? That's with, without,
Tip with, just slightly, yeah.
with.
And then when you do it, you take it from the same side as well. So that one comes from there. So this one would have been here. So okay, so this one goes from that side. Lay up the paper. I'm going to do the shuffling. That doesn't matter, does it? No. But I mean, the only thing is that in a minute we might want to put a cylinder in.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, so yeah. I mean, what happens when you get good at it? Actually, what happens when you get good at it is that you just go, oops, what's that not very good? But what happens normally is that when I'm doing it, I would just go out really quick.
Yeah.
So I would have that one in. I get the other one ready and I put it in really quick.
Right. Okay.
So that's what you do when you get good at it. But because, like, I dropped it and stuff like that, but I mean, that, like that,
Okay.
like that,
Okay.
like that. So it's, oh, I've got a bit all in there. All in this one. So, I mean, we're overplaying it with this small bit.
Yeah.
But that's where we want to be, isn't it? But it's, and now it's in the back. When we come to do the cylinder bit, because we will be putting a cylinder in somewhere,
Yeah.
we at least we've got the sphere in the back.
So just looking at the Z again, is that clearer with this lens? Without? Or about the same? With?
About the same.
About the same. And what about now?
It's clear without, I think.
Clearer without?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so just looking at the circle there. Is it clearer with lens 1, with lens 1, or lens 2?
Two, yeah, two.
So you've done that one and that one, so you've got to do 90 and 180. So 180.
Okay, is that clear?
No, that's right. It's good to like.
Okay.
Yeah, because you did that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
And is that clearer with lens 1 or lens 2?
So he likes this. He likes going that way, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And he likes this way. Yeah. So you've got to put. So I'll just take that away a minute. So he likes this one, 0, and he also likes this one as well, doesn't he? So you've got to put one in between.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like 25?
But put it in at a nice round figure, 20, because later on, if he has got cylinder, you don't really want to be on 25. You want to be on 20, because 20 you can change it by 4. You can change it by 20s easily.
Okay.
It's just, but putting in at 5 is probably even 25 is not necessarily good. That's it. Good. So now we go for power because it's only a small cylinder and he's got very good vision, doesn't he? Yeah.
Is it clearer with lens 1 or lens 2?
One.
Yeah. So watch what when the calling is done, because you were turning it and you said 2 there.
Okay.
Okay. So it's hard, isn't it? It's really hard. It's really hard.
Yeah.
That's hundreds of thousands of times I've done that. So I'm ahead of you.
Okay.
But it's it's sort of it is. So what happened in that case? You went 1 or 2, and it hadn't even landed.
Okay. Oh yeah.
So it's like I always think it's quite good to call it just when they see it.
Okay.
Rather than this sort of so better first one, better second, better first, better second. So if you choose now, sir, better first, better second. Second, yeah. Okay. So that's how you choose it, which is what we thought. There you go. That flip, you have to practice it at home. Okay. Because you can see, it's quite tricky, isn't it, to get the spin.
Yeah.
And then you wait for a little bit, and then you spin it again. It's got to be really quick. So they get one after the other very quickly. And that is actually quite tricky to do. It takes a while to get the hang of it. It makes quite a difference. You'd be surprised how many times when I do it, the patient gives a nice crisp answer. When the student does it, they're not sure or whatever, and that's because of the way in which that's done.
Okay.
Okay, so that's that one done there. So we've done the cells on that eye, which is nothing, which is what we thought. This is what we've done. So now we've got to go into the binocular phase. So now we're not sure how much plus he's got now. So I would recommend, instead of going for a point, what's that in your hand? Oh no, that's a circle. We want a sphere, so a plus, yeah, that's the one. Either that or a little bit more. And make sure it's not smudgy. Is that a bit blurry now?
Yeah, that's blurry.
And what's the smallest line that you can see now?
The 5th one down, I've got HVKSR.
Yeah, so you might want to blur it a bit more then actually. So probably a bit more blurry.
that now?
The third one down really. HODRS.
What line can you read now?
Both eyes or which?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can read the bottom one. CROKS. Obviously it's blurred.
It's got a funny feeling because this way's a bit blurred, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got to sort of look through that. You've got to sort of overcome that.
So if you look at that S over there, is it clearer with this lens?
Yeah, so let's just plan here what we do, what are we trying to do? He's 41, he doesn't got any problems actually, so he doesn't have symptoms. But let's say he did have some reading problems. We want to be getting some plus one. And he's got a bit of plus, and also there's by what's happened earlier, it seems like when you put the +125 in, it didn't, you have to put a bit more in. So this one probably is 0.5 because remember when you did it, although it was unnecessary, remember at the beginning it was you put 125 in, didn't you?
Yeah.
So that means that this one probably is a bit more. Probably this one is going to be the same. It's probably the same in both eyes.
Right.
So our chart, we want to try and do more plus. Okay. So in this phase, so I suppose we could use the halves. Which is the yellow one, or we could use the blue one. Let's do the blue because he's, it's a tricky one.
Yeah.
So we want to try and see what happens if we put +025 in. Does it stay the same, or does it get worse?
Yeah.
Because it's not going to get better. It's just going to get worse or be the same, basically.
Yeah.
So if it's the same, we go up in power.
Okay. Yeah. So just looking at the S again, is it clearer with, without, or about the same?
Do it again.
Yep, that's with.
Probably clearer without, to be honest.
Clearer without.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to the other eye now. So what you could do, I'll show you another trick, is you get one of these, let's say you're going to have this one, to blur that eye up. I'll clean the smudge of it. So if we put that one in, is that a bit blurred?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, can you see a bit better now?
Yes.
Yeah. So I put that lens in. I've asked if it's blurred. He said yes, it's blurred.
Yeah.
We've taken that one out. He says it's clear. So by him saying yes twice, we know that we've blurred this one up and we're on this side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So also he said yes twice. That always goes down. Obviously, get the patient to say yes a lot of times is actually a positive move in doing this eye testing. So if they're agreeing with you, aren't they?
Yeah.
They think, oh, you're doing it.
Yeah.
So let's see if there's any more plus on that.
Okay. What line can you see now?
Still the bottom one, CROKS.
Yeah, bottom one, yeah.
And is that clearer with this lens?
So is it better? Is it the same or is it worse? I suppose at this stage.
Probably slightly worse. There's not a lot in it.
Slightly worse. Yeah. So no more plus. Okay. So should we go for the red and green now? Why not?
Including binocular.
Do that at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still in the balancing phase. Yeah. The binocular addition, that's right.
Okay.
Once we've even made sure that they're even, which probably are.
Yeah.
So leave that in there. So we're gonna. So this one here. So which one is the clearest one now? The one on the red or the one on the green?
With both eyes open.
Yes.
Green.
Green. So this he says green. So that one is going to go up in power. Now it's going to go up. So change that one by the shuffling method. 2.5. Is that? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. What about
Red.
red? Okay, so then we put the blurring one in this side and take this one out. So we can get one from there. So that's right. Yeah. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to keep it blurred all the time, yeah? To relax his accommodation because he's got a bit. No. That's right. So what I want was just to kind of, what I mean is.
Oh, blurring them.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So the blur. That's why I put the blurring lens in. That's So the only problem about you doing this is that you can get mixed up, so it's good to always put the sphere in the back, because then you know that your working lens, because it's on the front, you don't, so when it was the other way around, you could quite easily like got it wrong.
Oh yeah, mixed up.
So it's best if you can to try and always put the sphere that you've got in the back, so then you don't mix it up, because you could later on come back and forget and take the wrong one out.
Yeah.
So now it's blurred, isn't it? Yeah. And then join that. Take this one out to do the other eye. And then which one is clear now? Oops. Green. Put it in front, put that in the back. You don't have to in this case, but it's just like, it's basically cutting down on little errors, isn't it? And then take that one out. There we go, so which one is clear now? That's the red. Okay, that's good. I mean, normally when you get good at it, you just do it like really quickly.
Yeah.
But obviously, usually not so good.
Okay.
So that was red now, isn't it? It was red -025 degree. This one is also red -025 degree.
Yeah.
So we just want to put that one away now. And then we just want to just double check that by just blurring at this eye, doing that eye again, and then doing both of them again. Okay, so that we just gradually, sometimes what happens with these long-sighted people, it gradually goes up.
Okay.
As they relax their eyes, it gradually goes up.
Okay. And do the circles look clear on the red or the clear?
They do actually look clear on the red this time.
That's good.
On the red.
So that's good, that's what we want. That's right, so try and put that one back. No, because this is red.
Okay.
-025 will make it all green. We just did that last time,
Yeah.
No, so we need to blur this one up now. That's it, blur that one up. And then do that one now.
What about now?
That's the red.
Red. Yeah, so that's the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, if we wanted to really check, we could actually just say, oh, what happens, I mean, this is asking for trouble now, what happens now, which one is clearer now?
Green.
Yeah, and then if I quickly change that one over here, which one's clearer now?
It's red.
And what about that?
It's close, but green slightly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so both of them are red 025 degree, aren't they?
Yeah.
So that is balanced situation now. Yeah. That's good. So now I suppose we could do your +02. Yeah, that's right. So do that on the letters. And this phase, we're not going to get any better, are we?
No.
Because we've got really good vision.
Yeah.
So it's either going to be the same or worse.
Okay.
So if it's worse, then we don't do it. If it's the same, then we do give it. Okay, so that's
Okay, so what's the smallest line that you can see
The bottom line again, educating technology.
there? Okay. And does that look clearer with that?
No.
that's made it so it's so at this phase it's not clearer. Okay, so it's either
So
the
it's
same
or worse.
Yeah. So let's do that again.
So is that the same or worse?
It's worse.
Worse. Okay.
Good. That's what we want. So that's the maximum plus now, isn't it?
Okay.
Okay, that's all. So that's our answer.
Yep. And that's the final or the subject.
That is the final subjective. Yeah, well, you can put it in the subjective. It will be our final one as well.
Okay.
And then we just need to see how close he can get it, how much accommodation he's got.
Yeah. Can you just hold that in a normal reading distance?
Sure.
And And what's the smallest line that you can see there?
Yeah, this very top one.
And how clear would you say that is?
It's very clear.
Very clear?
Yeah.
Just going to show you some lenses just to see if we can make it clearer.
Okay.
Is that clear with that?
I think it is actually.
It is?
Yeah, very slightly.
I'll give it to
Yeah,
you.
it is.
So this phase,
Hello. Sorry. No, you can keep it here. Yeah, back
Very
on.
nice.
Another student coming into the room.
so how close was you able to get it? So I missed that bit. So if you bring it slowly closer to you until it just goes out of focus.
So here.
Just going, the edges going there. It's clear there, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And definitely clear there, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. And just bring it slowly up until it goes out of focus.
You can take a seat back now.
So because the string lines are in here.
Just about there, yeah? And how many diopters is that? Let's have a ruler.
Around 30 centimetres.
So that's 3 diopters, isn't it? That's 3.25 or something like that. And then when you're working, can you see okay, or when you're on the computer, or?
Yeah, I can see fine. I tend to dim the screen. I don't know if that makes any difference, but
Yeah.
I tend to like have a dimmer screen or a brighter screen.
Yeah, so if you just hold it here, plus so 50, I mean, the thing is, he's sort of on the borderline, isn't he? Knowing, needing an ad room, so just put it in half and just see what happens. Does that make any difference?
I think it does very slightly.
Yeah?
I mean, it's, yeah.
That looks like a quarter.
It's minus 50 in first. What happens if we put that one in? Didn't have a smudge on it. Better in or better out, or about the same?
It's about the same.
Yeah. So because that's minus, isn't it? Yeah. So when they say it's about the same, I never really give them an out.
Yeah.
Okay. Because obviously that's not really helping that much, is it? The thing with this age, if we put plus in, they'll always say, "Oh yeah, that's better, that's better, that's better."
Yeah.
But really, he's sort of on the cusp of needing something on for close, really, isn't he? I mean, that's his normal eyes.
Yeah.
Just see how close you can bring it.
There.
Just about there. So that's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, when he starts to go back down here, then that's when you're going to probably need it. And you haven't really noticed too much trouble, have you, reading?
No, not at all. It was just because I'd noticed something when I brought something closer before, and I was
Yeah, it's
like,
just
right,
going
just
up.
felt it.
That's normal. That's the lens in the eye is tidying up. So as time goes by, you get like so that you will need reading glasses, but you're probably not ready for those. So, does that sound about right? Okay, so
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. So I just made a little list of the little things that we went through there, which is the plus shuffle. That was very important in this patient, wasn't it? You know, trying to do the plus shuffle, that was really important. And then doing the twirl, the proper crisp naming it, that is really important. And then don't worry about the spheres at the beginning, because the spheres are found later on. You know, you don't have to worry so much about what the spheres are until you've actually finished. What were the other things? I always put the sphere lenses go in the back, so that's a very, very important thing, is that the spheres always go in the back and the cylinders always go in the front, and then you know exactly where you are. And then also we use that gentle relaxing technique at the end, using the duochrome to try and get as much plus as possible from this patient, really. And it was quite interesting seeing whether that person, the 41-year-old, needed reading glasses, which he clearly didn't, but it's quite interesting going through that borderline case of whether you need a reading edition. So I hope you enjoyed that, and maybe you picked up one or two little tips that will make you actually better at doing your refractions. It does take a long time to get any good at it, but if you persevere, you'll get really, really good at it. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time, and happy refracting.